Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5. Starting at number 5.
GARDENA AQUAZOOM M. Like the excellent KARCHER reviewed above, this GARDENA model 16 water jets can be adjusted for either a wide or narrow reach depending on the size and shape of the garden. However, unlike the KARCHER's 20 nozzles which you can switch on and off, the GARDENA system uses 2 banks of permanently on nozzles which can be aimed side to side to provide a narrow or wide zone, or even adjusted so one bank of jets forms a straight line, while the other bank waters the rest of the lawn plus perhaps a flower bed on the side. The GARDENA's nozzles are wider than the norm, and that means the reach is nowhere near as far as the Supreme Spear and Jackson or the KARCHER with 2 of its jet banks turned off. On the plus side, the increased amount of water coming out of each jet is very similar to that of raindrops, so in many ways this sprinkler provides more water per squirty oscillation. The upshot is, if you have a garden with a surface area larger than say, 10 m x 5 m or your water pressure is low, perhaps forego this model and opt for the Spear and Jackson, which has massive range even in low pressure regions. On the other hand, if your lawn is relatively small, and oddly shaped, and you wish to douse the lawn and beds with more water per pass, then this is the sprinkler to go for.
Coming at number 4.
Cost-wise lawn bar. This oscillating model is the epitome of a basic, no-nonsense garden sprinkler. It's crazy cheap, so much so that you could buy multiple units for the cost of some other rival models, and you simply plug it in and away it goes. As with most cheaper models, this sprinkler's action is driven by the water running through it, and coverage is directly dependent on water pressure. This means you can just open or close your tap to grow or shrink its nozzle spray spread and distance traveled. You can lock the angle and direction of spray, too, meaning that if you want to just water a narrow patch of your garden, such as a flower bed, then you can do so. Made of premium ABS and aluminum alloy, ensures sturdy and constant use, stable performance, and long service life. Widely used for lawn irrigation, garden watering, yard irrigation, agricultural field irrigation, etc. Perfect and fast watering irrigation tool to save you time and efforts.
At number 3.
KARCHER Premium. Unlike your average common or garden oscillator, this one comes with a full complement of bells and whistles. It's got 20 jets on board for a start, and that means excellent coverage on all sides. Better still, you can customize the coverage by turning off some of the nozzles on either side to produce a narrower zone. The KARCHER oscillating sprinkler comes with a knob for adjusting the water pressure, so you don't need to stand at a tap while selecting the most suitable squirt distance. This setting is ideal for the average long and slim urban London lawn, since it will cover the entire plot in one fell swoop. That means you can just leave it to do its stuff while you engage in more important pastimes.
Number 2 of my list.
GARDENA Comfort Pulse. Aside from being well suited for large lawns up to 490 square meters, the main reason we love pulse or impact sprinklers is because they typify the sound of summer and especially the countryside. After all, who doesn't love the peaceful tisk-tisk-tisk sound of a farm or stately home's irrigation system on a hot summer's evening while going for a stroll along a bridleway? Well, spike this model into the lawn and you'll always feel like you're in the country. Admittedly, pulse sprinklers do look like the result of someone who's found a jumble of metal and plastic bits and put them all together in a man's shed. They're also quite delicate and don't like being trampled on. Its 10 to 25 meter range is easily adjusted using the large knob on the side, and there's a separate swivel adjuster to set the sector from 25 degrees to 360 degrees. You can also link a bunch of them together for a full-on squirt symphony.
And number 1.
Spear Jackson BWF22. If you have a medium to large sized garden of 150 meters square and above, and have no desire to keep moving the sprinkler around, go straight for this model, because I don't know of any other oscillating sprinkler with a wider reach. Constructed entirely out of metal with 18 brass nozzles and brass hose connector, this oscillating sprinkler surprised us with its unbelievably wide coverage, even in low pressure areas. The first time I set this thing off I had to sprint all the way indoors and not just stand to the edge. The spray pattern is extremely broad and tall. Aside from adjustable angle of flow and a little pressure dial that controls its reach, it doesn't come with any fancy bells and whistles. Granted, a few months down the line you will have to take a pin to each nozzle to clear the calcium buildup, and it's so silent you may forget that it's on. But if you're in the market for an incredibly well-made, pro-spec oscillating sprinkler that covers a massive area in one go, then this is the one to plump for.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.